If you're not a newcomer to this channel, you will know what this channel is about. This channel is a weekly entry, pretty much a weekly diary of what has changed in my art journey. It is pretty much me recording myself weekly about what I've learned, what I've changed, what I've improved, and how I'm feeling. Maybe it's about a specific sketch that I like, maybe it's about a topic that I have changed my opinion on, or maybe it's just about a feeling about failure or success and it's just something I want to rant about. Like my video on benefiting from failure, where I tell everyone to just keep drawing regardless of if they ever fail. Because to sum it up in one sentence, success is never guaranteed in anything that you start. But failure is also not guaranteed. The only time failure is actually guaranteed is if you stop drawing. That is the only time that it actually is guaranteed, when you stop chasing those dreams. But that does not mean that I want to only be super happy and super hunky-dory about the art journey. I also want to talk about other facets of the art journey, mainly the realistic parts of it where you are indeed annoyed, you are frustrated, you are angry, and you seem like you have nowhere else to go. And this is what that video is pretty much about. I want to talk about if you are ready for the worst part of the art journey, for the intermediate phase where you don't know where to go, where no guides apply to you and you have to feel your way out yourself. You're left in this sea of gray and mediocrity where your art is no longer beginner level, but your art isn't there to be made professional. Where do you go next? What do you study? There's no more instructions, so what happens? That is what I want to talk about. So if you guys are willing to sit down and hear my feelings about where I am, then maybe you guys can get a little bit of a sneak peek to what you might experience later on. Oh yeah, so another reason why I'm making this video is because there are plenty of videos out there on YouTube in the art community, at least, where they're super supportive and super great at getting you to be motivated. They make you feel better about how everything is slow and paced, but if you keep consistent enough, you will make it. And I believe that's wonderful. I legitimately think that keeping people motivated to do art is amazing, because at the beginning, even though it isn't the most difficult portion in my opinion, it is what sets the pace, what launches you forward, and it's the beginning. It's where everyone starts. But I believe that there should be more videos on YouTube really delving into the frustration and the anger and the almost despair that you get when you see everyone around you and their successes, and you sit there and you realize you've hit a wall. Nothing has happened. Nothing is happening, and there's this pressure of wanting to get better as soon as possible, and wasting any bit of time feels horrible, especially on the level if you want to have a career or want to be a professional. There's a pressure to get there as quick as possible, because the faster you get there, the more time you have in that spotlight. It feels like you're wasting time where everyone is moving faster than you do, and it's suffocating almost. Like you get into this position where every minute, every day you don't practice, every drawing you don't finish is just another one that someone else is doing. Someone else is outperforming you. You know, it's a competition, because really you are competing against other people that have the same exact dream, but you also want everyone else to succeed in a way if you're nice, right? It's suffocating, and that is where I would say I'm at in my art journey, and that's what I want to talk about. I've gotten to the point where I no longer believe 1 hour of practice is worth anything anymore. It doesn't get me to where I want to be, and it doesn't seem like I'm improving. My mindset is telling me that, wow, you're consistent, but that's dumb, because everyone who wants to improve, everyone who wants to practice, everyone who wants to be the best at something, consistency is the bare minimum you should be attaining. You should be at least consistent. So why is 1 hour of consistency any better than when someone out there is drawing pages and pages, who is drawing non-stop consistently and driving them insane? How are you gonna outdo that guy? And it drives me nuts. It drives me insane every single day where I'm not drawing. And what's worse is that as I practice more, I feel this self-satisfaction rising within me, loving the idea that I'm practicing so much, I'm getting better. I see it every single day, but at the same time, it now enhances the idea that if I'm not practicing, I am suffering. I am losing out to that one guy, so I want to waste more hours. I want to stay up a little bit longer, and it's almost insane. I go mad thinking about it. But at the same time, I love it. I don't know how to explain. It's a feeling that is utter despair, but there's this desperation is almost addicting. I don't know how to. It's self-satisfying to know that I finally have this drive to claw my way up to the top. And being the best is irrelevant. It's completely irrelevant to the actual goal. The goal is the attempts to be the best. The outcome of practicing like that will reward me hopefully one day, right? It's weird and it's hard to explain, and that's what I want more videos to be about. This weird in between, this intermediate phase where either you drop or you gain this weird level of desperation that you want to drive for. It's a drive that I can't explain. I keep saying that, but it's weird. And that's what I want to talk about. This weird area in the art journey where you're in a gray. You don't know where else to go. No guides no longer apply to you. You've watched all of them, and yet there's no one holding your hand anymore. There's no guide to get you out of mediocrity. You have to figure out yourself through self-studies, through looking at wonderful art you see. And if you're in a curriculum, lucky you, you have some sort of guide. But even then, how are you going to separate yourself from other people? How are you going to improve at a faster rate than everyone else? It's a weird limbo you have to go through, and it's weird. It's odd. But that's how I feel right now. That's legitimately how I feel about the art journey. And I look towards you, the audience, whoever has made this far, whoever has been watching this video all the way through. Are you there? Are you there? And are you willing to go there? Are you willing to go as far as you and me might not be in the same spot, but are you willing to, or think about it, are you willing to lose a couple of days, lose a couple of nights, staying awake all the time, drawing till your mind goes crazy? Are you willing to ditch a couple of game sessions with your friends, hang out with them less and less? Are you willing to drop some health to attain your goal? And it's weird. And I don't encourage any of this, but it's definitely a thought process that I feel like people go through in the middle of your art journey. But yeah, despite that fact, that's all I want to talk about. That really is. I didn't really have a plan for this video. I said I want to talk about things realistically, but I really wanted to talk about the frustration and the excitement and this weird mixture of feelings that I get in this area of my art journey. And that's really what I wanted to talk about. I know in the beginning I said a myriad of different things where I wanted to be more realistic, where I wanted to be a little more gloomy, but it really is just a weekly update of how my emotions are driving me through this art journey, and I don't know how to feel. It's super odd, man. But yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful time. I hope you enjoy the video. Maybe you relate. Maybe you relate to this weird, suffocating feeling that I have where it balances me back between sadness and excitement and desperation and drive. It's such a weird back and forth. I'm being ping-ponged across my entire journey. But, man, is it a hell of a ride, really? But if you liked the video, leave a like, subscribe if you want to. That's all up to you guys. But what I really want you guys to do is leave a comment. Like, genuinely, do you feel the same way? Do you get excitement like I do? Or does it just bog you down? Does it actually demotivate you? Because it can easily do the same. There are plenty of days where I'm in a slump, where I'm having a bad time, a terrible time. And yet, the very next day, I can't think of anything else I want to do but draw out of my mind, just continue to my pencil. So tell me, how do you feel about it? It's gotta be crazy. And also, here are all the comments. Thank you guys so much for all your support. I love every bit of one of you guys. And again, I'll say it every single time. I will say it every video. Thank you so much for leaving comments, and I appreciate it so much. Take good care, guys. Stay hydrated. I'm gonna drink water right now, actually. So have a wonderful day. Take good care. Bye-bye.